Especially going through hip hop, kind of being persecuted for looking how I look. Like people are like upset that I love to be like, I'm mixed race. And they'll be like, shut up.
What was it like being the director and sort of having this whole ship to operate?
It was the best thing in the world. And like my set is the bomb. Like my set is filled with such reverence and respect for one another. And like, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, everyone is welcome and loved. And it's like, dude, we're all adults. Let's have a good time. Let's have fun. And just nobody be an asshole. If you're an asshole, you're fired. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, you have to be a good person. You know what I mean? I mean, you can be grumpy. You have a personality that's your own. But right. I'm just talking about straight up, like, no tolerance for disrespect. And because of that, I think everybody had such a wonderful time.
Do you have a favorite piece of, like, paraphernalia that was hanging up, or something that's like an inside joke or anything?
Paraphernalia, that sounds like...
Bob had all his records on the back of the whatever.
Oh yeah, so when
his discography's there.
Exactly. Like you can, behind us, like if we're at the, like Welcome to Paradise right now, the counter, checkout counter, you can see my entire discography on the very top row of every vinyl and album I've ever done. That was fun. And then there's also a nod to Clerks, where it's like, if you plan to shoplift, let us know on that. I mean, there's Easter eggs everywhere.
Couple T-Man joints in there too.
Oh yeah. His like albums and
singles and shit,
stuff like that. That was fun. There's a picture that I took of my son. He was 3. He's 5 now, and he's like, Daddy, look. And I turn around, and then I just see him doing this, and I'm like, what the f? And I'm like, what are you doing? And he goes, I have a boo-boo. Look. And I was like, oh. So he showed me his boo-boo, and I was like, stay right there. And I took a picture of it, and then I turned it into an album cover that we then placed into the store. So there's a million little fun things.
There's so much swearing in this movie. Was that intentional to try to like get as many swear words in as possible?
No. Are you talking about like in particular the N-word?
I'll want to talk about that in a second.
Right, cool.
But I mean, just like in general, and then they're like the waitresses swearing at one point.
That was such a great. Okay, so that whole scene was improv.
Right.
So it wasn't supposed to be like that. We were supposed to, and obviously for those watching at home, we're talking about a scene that has to do with crunchy pancakes. And prop department brings out these pancakes that I'm like, oh, these are gonna be so fluffy and nice. And I go to take a bite, and it's just like I'm cutting into a brick wall. And without a beat, I'm like, what's with the crunch on this? And Dana, who plays the waitress, is such a pro that she just kept it, got into character. She was like, oh, that's a good crunch. And then I'm just like, good crunch on a pancake. So, and then it evolved from there, and before you know it, I cursed, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then she was like, I curse all the time, and then it turns into this whole thing.
Talking about the N-word, there's the whole like sort of running joke, I guess, about how like you look white, but you're not. Yeah. Do you say the N-word? What do people think if they don't realize it? I assume that's sort of based on like your real life existence.
Like even, my dad in the movie is my dad. Like that's actually my father. I mean, many great writers, but Charlie Kaufman says literally like, put yourself in your writing. Like, because nobody in the world has a story like you. And especially going through hip hop, and in many ways, like kind of being persecuted for looking how I look. Like people are like upset that I love to be like, I'm mixed race. And they'll be like, shut up. And I'm like, damn, like what? I don't know why you're so upset that I'm proud to be who I am. And it's a whole thing. And for me, it was never, and it is never. I think it's hilarious. So I'm like, why not talk about that? And I think there's a lot of mixed race people out there who might feel the same way.
What was it like having to throw up on somebody's face? How was that scene?
Man, it was wild, bro, because we had to do a couple of those takes, first of all.
Shout out Taj for being cool with it.
Yeah, we threw up on it like 5 times, I think. The oatmeal and the banana and all of that, the throw up actual stuff is really gnarly. So that was probably the hardest part, but it was a lot of fun. Bob wanted a lot more action with the throw up, though, so my first one was kind of weak, and then the next one was a little weaker. And I had to go crazy on Taj's head. So.
And he did a great job, but then we even CGI'd more.
Oh yeah, we threw CGI on it. Yeah, that's right.
or VFX more.
Yeah.
And who did that? Mike, right?
It was fun.
He crushed it.